your loved one was terminally ill, would you want them to continue to suffer?
Death with dignity is an end-of-life option for terminally ill but mentally competent patients with 6 months or less to live.
Human life is a gift, but no one should have to suffer a brutal and barbaric death due to illness.
Physician-assisted suicide is considered a medical treatment, but taking a life is morally incorrect. Patients with a terminal illness have a fear of becoming a burden on their families.
The government misguides terminally ill patients who are on Medicaid to go towards physician-assisted suicide because they are not worth the expenses of spending all the money on terminally ill patients for treatment.
Physician-assisted suicide is very controversial in today's society. Some might argue that what is the point of living when someone's life is at an all-time low? Waiting to die naturally would just not justify the suffering that happens in between. And it is only used in extreme cases. So when people only have 6 months to live, that's when they choose whether to live it out or have a physician help them to end it peacefully. There's nothing wrong with wanting to die in peace, but others will argue that physician-assisted death is considered inhumane, and immoral. This is why many people think that it should be prohibited by law. No individual has the right to end someone's life, as this can be likened to homicide or murder. It often leads patients to being taken advantage of. They can become vulnerable and coerced into choosing death. Most religions are against it, like Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and Buddhism, and many more. Terminally ill patients have two options, whether to live out their pain death or to end it in peace and with no pain at all. Human life is a gift, but no one should have to suffer a brutal and barbaric death.
Brittany Maynard, 29 years old and only married for less than a year when she was first diagnosed with brain cancer. She had 2 surgeries to try and get rid of the cancer, and it worked. But later in April, the cancer came back. Stop it. In April, the cancer came back more aggressive, and soon her doctor diagnosed full brain radiation. Stop. After her diagnosis of full brain radiation, her doctor gave her 6 months to live. Her life changed for the worse and would soon turn into non-stop hospital stays, medical research, and many medical appointments. Once her doctor prescribed full brain radiation, she found that the hair on her scalp would be singed off and she would have scabs and first-degree burns. Okay. Brittany Maynard said, "My quality of life, as I knew it, would be gone." In an interview of Brittany Maynard by CNN, she says, "I would not tell anyone else that he or she should choose death with dignity. My question is, who has the right to tell me that I don't deserve this choice? That I deserve to suffer for weeks or months in tremendous amounts of physical and emotional pain? Why should anyone have to make that choice for me?" Okay. In the state that Brittany lived in, death with dignity was not yet legal, so she moved to Oregon so that way she could go through with the physician-assisted suicide. Brittany later died with her husband, her mother, her stepfather, and her best friend by her side in her perfect little home in Oregon. Many debates have risen over whether terminally ill patients should be able to die with dignity. The legal and ethical aspects of this practice have been in compromise due to the way it goes against religion and doctor's oath. If your loved one was terminally ill, would you let them continue to suffer?